season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their seventh-year quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
He got touchdowns. I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person, obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, but I love was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
On second down, here's a run with Mullins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown! It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the year, his 11th overall. And the Thunderbirds march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point attempt to come here. And it's good to make it 7-0. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And the finishing touch was that nice long run into the end zone.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll toss it out to Sims.
And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Throw left side complete. That's Curtis.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And finally taken down at the 34. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Rudolph.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
3rd down and 13.
3rd down and 13.
Looking to throw. Whitfield.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And worth pointing out, after that last completion, that puts this young quarterback over 10,000 yards passing for his career. And fair to say, he's not done yet.
No doubt about it. He's really just getting started because he's not quite into the prime of his career. So it's likely he's going to hit a few more of these milestones as this career progresses. So let's face it, we'll acknowledge this number and we'll celebrate the milestones down the road.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 8 catches, 86 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
To throw on 2nd down, Whitfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. They'll try and run for this with Moss.
And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Now the try here for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Rams offense getting the football back.
And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Here is 3rd and quite a ways.
Out of the gun, Rudolph.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They've been off to the races already. A 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Whitfield. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
On the handoff, running left, Moss.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Back to throw. Whitfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Operating from the gun, Whitfield. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Thunderbirds add 6 to their lead. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The football going back to the Rams now. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the 1st half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the 1st quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the 1st quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And this is what it's been like all game long. Guys running free in the middle of the field. This defense has just had no answer for this passing game. And that's another good hook up there.
On 1st and 10, Whitfield. He's got his man, it's Pierce. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Off play action, Whitfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On 1st down, Whitfield throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ramsey. Touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Thunderbirds have opened the lead up to 30. Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you're saying on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through. I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
On 3rd down, Whitfield. That is caught. He's got room at the 30. Down to the 10. And touchdown! A big play there. 63 yards. And the Thunderbirds are able to add on to their first half lead. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Now a play fake, and it's Rudolph. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Rudolph going to throw again. Can't get away, and he's taken down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here comes the Rams punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And they blocked it. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
Well, if you were ever wondering, should I believe my special teams coach about, these plays are valuable? Think no more. Huge play, big block, and now they've set up their offense inside the 10-yard line. A chance to score.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they are set up well, very well. 1st and goal following the block punt. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. They'll wind up losing 3 yards there on the play, as that'll lead to a 2nd and goal.
At the Rams' 10-yard line.
Looking to throw. Whitfield. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Back to throw. Whitfield. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
And for the 2nd time this half, on comes the field goal unit here. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. On 1st and 10, Rudolph. Pressure comes, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Play action. It's Rudolph. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Curtis. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Rudolph looking to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. Here comes the Rams punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. Returnable here from the 38. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing on 1st down. Whitfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. Does he deserve consideration?
He more than deserves consideration because the way the game is played in the NFL now, it's a pass-first league, right? So that means
touchdown! 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Thunderbirds have got it on cruise control. Boy, I mean, at this point, what more do we say here? I got nothing.
And you know, so many people talk all the time about having announcer-less games, and they want that. This could be a candidate for it because if we stay here and do this, we're going to have a lot to fill in the second half.
There's still another half?
Point after here coming up. And the route is on here in this first half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. readies for its next possession. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Again, it's Rudolph. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. call it no gain that time as it's going to leave it with a third and about 3 to go. Now Rudolph.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Rudolph. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Rams. A great effort there. 31 yards.
And the Rams are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Now, this has been a one-sided first half to this point, no doubt, but at least signs of life here. They're on the board.
Yeah, and I think if they went to the halftime down big with 0 points on the board, it'd be a struggle to see them come out in the second half and play well. So very important, vital here. And if they make a huge comeback, we'll look back at this moment and point to the start of it.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
At the 21-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Checks that one down complete to Moss.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And on now is the punter. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Back to throw, Rudolph. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And the Rams first down.
Rudolph. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Rudolph looking to throw.
Drops this underneath. It's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
Rudolph now to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range. And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
throwing to start the drive. Whitfield, he finds his man, complete. That's Ramsey. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ramsey. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Ramsey. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Thunderbirds will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on.
Well, we're in the... The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And the Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's...
On first down, it's Rudolph. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Shotgun snap for Rudolph.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10.
Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
During that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Moss once more. But he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball a 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
But whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Now Rudolph on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Here's Rudolph.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Back to the air, Rudolph. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Rudolph. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time, multiple guys get to it.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on to kick it away. This is taken at the 15. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Rams ready to go on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Here's Martin on 1st and 10. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the play. And it'll be second down.
At the 43-yard line.
Looking to throw. Martin.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he left no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there was no way that ball was going to be caught.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot him. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell.
Takes it to about the 37. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So from the 37, here's 2nd down and 8. Looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now back to throw. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 3rd and 4.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Martin under pressure, and down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And they bring their punter out there now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Curtis. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
Rudolph throwing again. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 7 yards to go.
Rudolph looking to throw it. The throw right side here going to be incomplete. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Looking to throw. Martin. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Ramsey. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Martin.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
104 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Here's a handoff out of the gun. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
First down, Rams.
On 1st and 10, Rudolph.
Screenplay setting it up for Mitchell.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 more there and another first down.
It's a gain of 10. And the Rams first down.
Now Rudolph. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47-yard line.
Now it's Rudolph.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Back to throw, Rudolph.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
118 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost...
Ready up. Here we go. Check right. Set. Punt.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
At the Rams' 48-yard line.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And some nice running going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 39. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. Moss on the give up the middle. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
On 2nd down now. It's Alexander, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Oh, and they set the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game. Offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Still 3rd down.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Check right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Alexander.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. Hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. But that's just a minor blip here in what's been a thoroughly dominating performance.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
Hey, check, Panther.
Rudolph. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Rudolph looking to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Curtis. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Rams.
One last throw here for Rudolph.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things, but these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the home team here, they continue to rack up the victories as this one moves them to 13-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for L.A., it's a loss that could wind up hurting a little as they fall now to 11-4. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.